Alright guys, this is DJ Wolf Live. I got a couple things on my mind. Alright guys, got to work on some of my music last night. I didn't record it on my Ableton software. But what I did, the Ableton software that I have, and that's the one thing I love about the Push, is that it allowed me to do live music from the software and then record it on another device. So it helped out a lot. It worked out really well. Now, as I played my drums off my drum machine, separately from that, I played the keys on the Push. So I'm really getting into it somewhat. I'm thinking about advancing the software. I'm going to try to find out if there are any other DAWs that actually will work with the Push, in addition to what I'm already doing. But I have other options. But I'll get to that a little later. The recording, I did like 3 songs last night. So, all right, now, what I want to talk about is about voting. And why I still feel personally, this is my personal opinion, on the fact that voting doesn't mean much to me. It don't. It used to. I saw this commercial that they put on BET recently where a number of B-list celebrities were on there. I'm not going to say anybody's names, but they're pretty well known. But they're still B-list. I consider them B-list. But anyway, nevertheless, I just kind of feel like, we're going through the same, it's a cycle of the wash, rinse, repeat type of cycle, where we vote, people try to get you to pump you up to vote, and you go out and put the candidates in there, and the candidates say you're going to do this, do that, to get you to vote, and then you vote and get them in, and then sit around 2 to 4 years later, they don't do shit. And then they tell you, oh, well, he ain't doing anything, so go vote for this guy. It's a waste of time. My thing of it is, and I said it before, unless you can get these guys to literally put it in writing that they're going to actually do it and adhere them to do it in writing, it means nothing. Their campaign promises don't mean jack. Don't mean a thing. Really don't. Don't mean anything. It's all talk as far as I'm concerned. It's been all talk. It continues to be all talk. That's all they ever do is talk. It's time to build. It's time for some action. It's time for people to really put things in motion to get people back to work. So people can afford to be able to help build the economy by building people back up and jobs and education and all that, where there's also affordable education. That's the number one problem. A lot of us can't really afford to, to go back to school because the education is expensive as hell. And I'm still not sure why. If I told you how much I had that my son's tuition was for the school he went to, you would lose your mind. You would absolutely lose your damn mind. You really would. You would lose your freaking mind if you knew how much he had to pay if you knew how much tuition he had to pay for it. You would lose it. You would simply just lose it. You absolutely would. You would lose your fucking mind. This guy is crazy. You would lose your freaking mind. I wouldn't even move. Look at this fool. I'm like, one day I'm going to do a whole thing about this traffic. Whenever I start seeing these fools out here acting stupid on these roads, man, I'm going to start talking about it. This guy was just literally putting everybody in jeopardy by speeding out here like he'd lose his mind. But nevertheless, yeah, and I think that's one of the main things why a lot of people don't seek education. Because I was going to seek a secondary education myself and go back. But education is expensive as hell. This is very expensive. College, for some reason, I don't know why college is so expensive. But because the bad part about it, when it comes to colleges, you're paying for the tuition, and the tuition don't even include the books. Seriously. You're paying a separate tuition for the college for 4 years. and you're not even paying for the books. That's just the college tuition by itself. Then you got the books that you got to pay separately. Then you got the food you got to pay separately, and then you got to get that person clothes and room and board. It's a whole thing, you know. Like in case of my kid, I had to help him get a car, had to help him get room and board, had to help him with food expenses and all of that, and books. That's just the separate stuff. He had to get a scholarship to get that. You know, I said he had to get. I mean, I'm separate, like a separate small scholarship, so he could get books every year. That and stuff makes no fucking sense to me. It's ridiculous. College is ridiculous. And like somebody said, I think on YouTube, another YouTuber said something about how college is one of the greatest ripoffs. And I'm telling you the truth. I especially now, I believe it. We had the highest number of graduates in college, of black graduates in college ever. That's both male and female. Yet many of them have a hard time trying to find jobs. I know somebody personally right now. He graduated from 2 colleges. Yeah, he went to college. He went to school for 8 years, and he's making he has a very menial job. But that's because he really didn't want to do the major that he was in, which I'm trying to get him to do. So there's no point in you wasting 8 years in college just so you can have 2 majors and not use them. That doesn't make any sense. But that's another whole story. So. But voting is a joke. Unless voting is going to really be able to be meaningful for your life, to change your life for the better, it's a waste of time as far as I'm concerned. It truly is. I mean, that's just my take on it, wholeheartedly. My wholehearted take on voting. Voting sucks. That's all I'm going to say about it. Voting sucks ass. You know, it does. What does it mean? Don't mean dick. You know? I got more to say about it in the live podcast coming soon. This is DJ Wolf. I'm out.